Welcome to the next Student Accounts Tuition and Fee Payment tutorial video. Today's video will be regarding the Spring 2022 timeline of billing and payment, as well as the registration cancellation process for Spring 2022. For information regarding these dates, you can first go to the Student Accounts website, which is studentaccounts.appstate.edu. You can see a lot of information regarding our timeline on the calendar. Specifically for Spring 2022 billing, you can click on the Billing tab and scroll down. For Spring 2022, the billing process begins on November the 17th for anyone who is registered for at least one course or has any housing or meal charges for the upcoming spring semester. Let's scroll down to the timeline below, and then I'll come back up and discuss the bullet points. So there is a handy timeline that shows the dates of each billing that will come out for the Spring 2022 billing calendar prior to the start of the semester in January. Our first invoice will be generated on Wednesday, November the 17th. This invoice will be sent to all students and their authorized users in the TouchNet Billing and Payment Center who have charges for the upcoming spring term as of the time that we cut the bill on November 17th. Before I go into an additional detail for any new students, to receive a copy of the bill and to be able to log in and view the bill and make payments, the student goes through the AppleNet portal, clicks on the Student tab, then on the third item, which is Student Accounts, and the first option, which is Billing and Payment Center by TouchNet. Once logging in, you will see your balance and a variety of other things that I'll go over in a future video. For any other person other than the student to receive a copy of the billing notification, the student must set up the parent or authorized user inside the TouchNet Billing and Payment Center for the parent or authorized user to be able to log in and view and see or pay the bill. Please see the prior video regarding FERPA authorization and how to include your parent or authorized user in the TouchNet Billing and Payment Center. So, on November the 17th, we will send out an emailed billing notification. We do not send paper bills. They all go via email. And they will go to the student's App State email address only, as well as any authorized user that the student has put into the Billing and Payment Center by TouchNet prior to the time that we send that bill. Once the bill has been sent, a variety of things in the TouchNet Billing and Payment Center open. The first are payment plans, which will be discussed in a future video. The second is a payment agreement, which will also be discussed in a future video. After 11/17, there will be no supplemental billing until after the Thanksgiving break. On November the 29th, anyone who is still subject to schedule cancellation for the Spring 2022 term will get an updated invoice on November 29th. I'll provide information regarding the schedule cancellation process at the end of this video. Again, on December the 8th, anyone who remains subject to cancellation for the 2022 term will receive an updated invoice on December the 8th. And again, that will include the student at their App State email address, as well as any authorized users at the time that bill is cut. On December the 15th, there will be a final billing notice that is sent to the student and the authorized users in TouchNet via email, and that will be the final notice prior to the end of the calendar year. So this timing is very important and somewhat different than that of fall billing. So please take note. Due to the winter break, our campus is closed from December 23rd, as you can see here, until December 31st, and that is a state holiday, so in reality, Monday, January the 3rd is the first day for employees to be back in the office. This is a mandated winter break where the university conserves energy, both for our sustainability. During the time of winter break, there will be no communications sent from the student accounts office, and there will not be representatives available to answer questions in person, via phone, or via email. On December the 31st, towards the end of the day, a final cancellation warning, which will include an updated balance, will be sent to any student and their authorized users in the TouchNet Billing and Payment Center who have not yet done one of the things that can prevent schedule cancellation. Again, I'll reference those shortly. On Monday, January the 3rd, the university will open its administrative offices. All checks will be processed. And then on Tuesday, January the 4th, anyone who remains subject to cancellation will have their class schedule deleted due to non-payment. Needless to say, this is something that no one wants, but is a required function that, as a member of the UNC system, we are required to perform. Your student, many areas on campus, have spent a large amount of time scheduling the students' classes for the spring term. It is our goal to delete 0 schedules. However, it is our responsibility to make sure that we're complying with the UNC system standards. That means that on Tuesday, January 4th, at approximately 8 a.m., registration cancellation for courses for students who have not done one of the things to prevent schedule cancellation will be canceled for non-payment. So as you can see, there's a bill on November 17th, an updated bill on November 29th, and that will only go to students who are still subject to cancellation. Another bill on December the 8th, same thing, only to students who are still subject to cancellation. Another bill on December 15th, same thing, and this is the final bill that we'll send out prior to the winter break. We'll be closed from December 23rd through December 31st. And then on the 31st in the afternoon, a final warning will go out to students and authorized users in TouchNet that the student's schedule will be canceled on the following Tuesday if one of the following things have not been done. So I keep referencing one of the things that you can do to avoid schedule cancellation. So let's go back up and look at those. So, the first thing to avoid the course scheduled from being canceled is to pay the balance, right? So that's fairly simple. And I will have a video right after this that explains the variety of ways that we can be paid. The second is to pay any balance you have less whatever amount inside the TouchNet Billing and Payment Center that you show as far as financial aid that is pending. I believe in the system it refers to the aid as a memoed aid. Memoed financial aid. So, if you owe $10,000 and you have $5,000 of memoed aid, if you paid the remaining $5,000, then that would protect you from your schedule being canceled. Set up a payment plan and pay as agreed. Payment plans will open on November the 17th when the bill is generated, the first one. There will be a video following this that goes through the details of how to set up the payment plan and the timeframes. Another option would be is if the student is receiving any type of military funding, to provide the Office of Student Financial Aid a military funding authorization well in advance of the cancellation deadline. So as I mentioned, last day folks are in the office in both administrative offices from student accounts as well as financial aid is December the 22nd. So you would want to get that information in well in advance of that. And then the last thing, and this is somewhat of a catch-all, but it provides students a way to avoid their schedule being canceled because of some of the unique things that happen in funding for higher education. So, I will have instructions located on our tutorials site, so tutorial and FAQ, that walks you through how to complete that. But it's very simple. The student, and this must be the student, not the parent or authorized user, would log into the TouchNet Billing and Payment Center. And one of the first things that pops up before you can go any further is called a payment agreement. And essentially, if the student consents to that agreement and the student does not have a past due balance with Appalachian State, then they will be protected. Anytime a student kind of falls off this list of students who are no longer subject to cancellation, so you've done one of the things listed above up here. As soon as that happens, we run daily processes that your student will get an email at their App State email address within 24 to 48 hours as soon as they complete one of those processes. Now, I say they will get one within 24 to 48 hours. Again, that would stop on December the 22nd. And so anything that happens during this winter break would be caught up on the 31st. All right, so we strongly recommend that due to the winter closure for the university, to avoid your student being canceled unnecessarily, we strongly recommend that you take care of one of the following options prior to December 22nd, which is the last day that administrative offices on campus will be open until the new year. As mentioned here, administrative offices reopen on January the 3rd, and then on January the 4th, schedules that are still subject to cancellation for non-payment will be canceled. Unfortunately, just the way the academic calendar falls as we approach the spring semester, this is actually the better of the timing scenarios as to the way this can all be timed. So, please reach out to us, but reach out to us in November and December, in early December, so that we can help assist you and get these things resolved prior to the new year. As mentioned, I will have videos regarding payment plans and some additional functions after this. Thanks for watching our video. Have a great day.